Hello, YouTube family. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. I'm speaking better because I'm taking the halls and drinking the tea, and obviously there's just a lot going on, and it likes to get me. This is my weakest part because I use my voice all the time, but I feel good, and I got some funny scoop today. It's not cute not knowing. Let's get that hug in. Come on. You'll know how excited I'd be when I got to tell you a story. It's not cute not knowing, and now we're going to know. We're going to start off with Jonathan Majors. He was in court. Megan Good was by his side, clutching to him. So maybe she's required to just show up at court. So that led people to think that they had broken up. This is going to be interesting. Now, one thing that was disturbing in the trial yesterday, there's apparently these files that they're not ready to open up yet, and they're saying it could be other women with charges and accusations, physical assault and things like that. The ex-girlfriend's testimony is going to be used, even though they said she lied. I really hope he's not being railroaded. I think this could really, and it probably already has, damaged his career. But if he is found guilty, he faces a year in jail. A lot of you have been asking me, Patty, you just don't seem like you're excited about the Golden Bachelor anymore. Well, first of all, my schedule has just been crazy, and every Thursday night there's been something. So I've had to watch it on Hulu, where they stream it the next day. Mr. Gary was getting on my nerves with all that crying. I'm not saying a man can't cry, but there was something about when people are sneaky and they doing something they ain't supposed to be doing. And that's the kind of tears he was. I just can't believe, it's hard to break their heart and to let them go. Mr. Gary had been told, stop telling these women you love them. You can't do that. If you don't love somebody, please don't say it. Don't say it. Women take it too serious. And you're kissing and all this stuff. Well, Mr. Gary, the Golden Bachelor, 72, broke records and people were excited. I was excited. It's showing older people. They have love. They have sex. Well, child, Mr. Gary out here. His wife died in 2017. You got to follow me on this. His wife died in 2017. He started dating a month after his wife died. Where's the period of mourning? He started dating a woman who was 14 years younger than him, and they dated for 10 months, and they lived together for almost 2 years after the dating, just dating. They moved in together. She would drive 5 hours during the dating stage to see him. That's when he said, you should just move in with me. The woman was a staff accountant at a mental health facility. Mr. Gary was the maintenance man at the mental health facility. Now, if you watch the show, he said, I'm a successful restaurateur and I've made so much money that I've retired. Why are you being the maintenance man at the mental health center? Okay, they dated all of this time. Remember, if you watch the show, he says, I haven't had a woman in 6 years. Mr. Gary, what was y'all doing when y'all was living together? You was having sex. Yeah, you were. At the end of the relationship with this woman, she gained about 10 pounds. When you get older, you're going to gain weight. He broke up with her. He broke up with her because you gained 10 pounds. As they were breaking up, she was very upset and she fell down the steps. He said, you fell down the steps because you're trying to sue me and you don't want me to break up with you. I hate a mean man. I hate a cruel man. Ugh. When they went out to eat, she had to pay half the bill. Excuse me. I don't mind putting in my share, but really, we're a couple, and I got to give you the money. But wait, this is what he would do. He would take the check and pay for it so he could look like he the man. And she still had to give him 50% of the bill. She wasn't the only one, because there was a waitress where he lives on the lake. Right next door is a restaurant and bar that he would use as his bachelor pad. So he started dating this waitress. She would watch The Bachelor. They didn't really date for long, but she watched. And she noticed that he said lines to other women that he said to her. I go to bed at night thinking of you. I wake up thinking of you. She was like, he used that line on me. She said she's tired of being the invisible woman. Hell hath no fury like the invisible woman, because she says, okay, now you out here playing. And with the other girl, the staff accountant, he told her mother, I'm going to marry your daughter. I guess with the tears, I was seeing that he's a player. When he admitted a couple women he kind of slept with, and then when he's using the love word, it's like, and his dad put him on blast. His dad, 92. So there were relatives who were like, all is not what it appears to be. But I don't know. I just got this feeling that he was a player. And it was the crying. And I was like, sir, Mr. Gary, you know what you're doing? And you up there crying, I can't believe I had to let her go and give her, I would sit there and be like, I really hate a cruel man. Did they vet him at the network? I think they did, but you look more attractive when you're seen as a successful restaurateur. Because he had a bunch of jobs, but he was the maintenance man for real. You know what the joke in the streets is about the maintenance man? The maintenance man is the one who goes up and takes care of all the women. It's a little joke. You may have heard it. Maybe it's an East Coast thing. But there's a joke about the maintenance man. But I don't know. I just think you can spot a player. Now, he's going to pick the winner Thursday night, the woman that he's going to choose. I think I know who it is. Not my girl from Delaware County. But one of those women that were rejected is going to be the Golden Bachelorette. I think it could be my girl Susan from Delaware County, because she was married to a former Major League Baseball player here in Philly, the Phillies. I don't know, we're going to see. But can you spot a player? Can you tell after a while? I'm not big for lines. I'm not. I'll be looking like, maybe it's a Scorpio in me, but can you spot a player when you see them? Curtis Blow, the hip-hop icon, has teamed up with a UK breakdancing icon to open up a hip-hop museum in the UK, because London also has a big hip-hop scene. Tina Knowles, she said, you stop hating on her girl. Of course, she's talking about Beyonce. They were talking about she's bleaching her skin, and yesterday I said, she ain't bleaching her skin. It's the platinum wig. It's the very light makeup. It's the silver gown. It's all things. And it's to promote Renaissance, which they say could take in $20 million or more at the box office. But she says, don't do that. Friends of Jamie Foxx are concerned about him, and they say he is still struggling. If you're a stroke survivor, you probably are. I think he put the videotape out to get people off of his back, to stop TMZ and everybody from following him and family members around. He backed out of the some family game show. Anthony Anderson and his mom are going to do it. I could see him still struggling a year after the stroke. That first year for me, there was a lot of fatigue, and I had to relearn like so much. So I could see that. Tonight, King Charles, Gayle King, Charles Barkley, their talk show where they're getting paid millions to appear once a week on CNN. It comes on at 10 o'clock. Serena Williams coming forward to say, I'm not okay. Postpartum depression is real. 3 months ago, she gave birth to her second child. And when you have kids, I believe like under 4, it's a lot. And not making excuses, but postpartum depression is very real. Many women suffer from it. I think a lot of women suffer in different ways because your life changes when you become a mom. I always say the fun stops at that damn baby shower because then life comes in. And everyone that says, this is for the young moms out there, I'm going to help you. I'm here to babysit anytime you need me. Lies, lies, lies. The Thompson twins in the 80s? They had the song Lies, Lies, Lies. Lies, lies, lies. All these people say they're going to do it, and child, you are on your own. Unless you have your mama or your mate. A lot of relationships break up in that first year, especially when they're not married. It's a lot of pressure. It really is. Your life changes, and you are in charge of someone else, and they're depending on you. It is a lot. You're not getting a lot of sleep. And I know some people like, well, she's rich. She probably wants to be hands-on mom, but you can still have postpartum depression. There's a lot that goes into it. But Serena Williams, I'm glad that she's being honest. Robert De Niro. They say he needs to be a little nicer. You know, he's 80 and he just had that baby. You know, he ain't changing no diapers. He lost the civil suit because he's been mean. He's been mean. And some people, the older they get, the crankier they get. They just say, they're like, And he got that baby. You know, when that baby starts screaming, he probably be like, if you don't get up with that baby. The Godfather of Harlem, MGM Plus with Forest Whitaker. It's been renewed for 4 seasons. We remember Chadwick Boseman on this day. Wakanda forever. Just miss him, his presence on the big screen. He would have been 47 today. And Kingdom Business. Yolanda Adams is the best villain. She plays that role. See, they started showing this on BET Plus, but then nobody was buying BET Plus. You know, when you think about all the streaming services, some don't make the cut. So now they're putting it on BET. Yolanda Adams is something else. Lou Gossett Jr. is her dad. He's now the senior pastor of the church, and he still want to run things. Loretta Devine, she the wife. She still want to run things. Michael Beach plays Yolanda's husband, and he been out here cheating. So they said, well, you can't be the lead minister. It's so good. It's a good drama. And Yolanda, Tamar Braxton is in it. I think it's so underrated because the acting, Yolanda Adams, she plays an excellent villain. You ever see somebody play a role so well and you're like, are they really like that? Oh, child, Yolanda Adams is so good. She really is. Kingdom Business, it airs on BET. Our question today, because you can leave a comment, give us a thumbs up. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Can you spot a player right away? Can you tell? Do you fall for lines? See, I'm just like naturally suspicious. I really think that if I wasn't doing this, I'd be a detective somewhere. You just piece together and just tell. I love stuff like that. But can you tell? Because I was so hyped on the show. But he just kept showing things that were like, Mr. Gary, you know what you're doing. They're crying. You know what you're doing. And then when he says, I told a couple of the women I love them. You learn that in the schoolyard playground. Don't be saying you love somebody and you don't mean it. I want to hear from you, so leave a comment. It's not cute not knowing, and now you know. I hope you got some giggles there. I love telling a story. It's not cute not knowing. Now we all know. Thank you for joining me. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture.